Your Honor, these flash drives contain the undeniable evidence.
Some moments don't just happen, they unfold like a live play you didn't sign up for. You're standing center stage, the spotlight on you, but you're not the actor anymore. You're the truth no one expected, and the whole room is about to watch it burn. My wife staged a breakup with her friends watching. I didn't argue. I said, "Done. Enjoy your freedom." Their laughter died instantly. Her voice was louder than usual. Not the gentle tone she used in private, but something exaggerated, pitched for an audience. I stepped into the living room and saw them, her friends, arranged like judges in a circle, wine glasses half raised, their eyes already waiting for the show. She stood in the center, arms crossed, a smirk barely contained. "You know what? I can't do this anymore. I'm done." The line was delivered too cleanly, too rehearsed. Their giggles filled the silence like hyenas circling. I looked at her, at them, at the way her hand trembled around the glass, even as her mouth tried to shape confidence. Something inside me cooled instantly. I didn't plead. I didn't even blink. I only said, "Done. Enjoy your freedom." The room shifted. Their laughter cut short as if someone had slit its throat mid-note. Silence thickened. I turned, walked to the door. No raised voice, no argument, only the sound of glass clinking nervously as her audience suddenly realized they weren't part of a comedy, but a tragedy unraveling in real time. And I left them to drown in it. The ride home was quiet, not because there was no noise, but because my mind was still replaying hers. That wasn't a breakup. It was theater, a performance designed to humiliate me, crafted for her friends' amusement. I could feel it in the exaggerated way she delivered her lines, the way their eyes darted between us, waiting for me to explode, to beg, to cry. But I gave them nothing. That unsettled them more than any outburst would have. Still, beneath my silence, suspicion began to root itself. Why stage it? Why not just end things quietly, honestly, unless it wasn't about ending? Unless it was about entertainment or control. I thought about the last few months, the late nights, the guarded phone, the sudden bursts of unexplained laughter from behind closed doors. The excuses that tripped over themselves when I asked too many questions. It all linked together now. This wasn't just a breakup. It was betrayal dressed in performance. And she thought she could laugh through it. I didn't confront her right away. That would have been too easy. Instead, I became quieter, colder, watching. Her phone lit up at night. I didn't ask. I memorized the number. Her perfume lingered even on days she claimed she went straight from work. I noted the hours, the gaps, the inconsistencies. I pulled the threads one by one. Phone records confirmed what her lips wouldn't. Hours of calls, always to the same number. A man's voice on voicemail. Casual, comfortable. I didn't rage. I documented. One evening, she left her laptop open, careless, perhaps overconfident. An email, short, intimate, coded, but obvious. He called her my escape. She called him freedom. Freedom, the same word she spat at me in front of her friends. I let none of it show. I kissed her cheek, asked about her day, played the role of the oblivious husband she thought I was inside. Every move was calculated, every breath timed. The deeper I dug, the more the picture sharpened. They thought they were clever, hidden, but I was already building the stage for my performance. The truth arrived in an envelope, a private investigator's report, photos, dates, locations, proof beyond denial. Her lunch breaks weren't lunches. Her late nights weren't work. Every page was a nail sealing the coffin of her lies. I waited until Sunday morning. The sun streamed through the curtains, deceptive in its warmth. She was sipping coffee, scrolling her phone, half smiling at whatever conversation she thought I didn't notice. I slid the envelope across the table. "What's this?" she asked. I didn't answer, just watched her open it. Her hands shook. The color drained. "This isn't," she started. I cut her off with silence. Silence so sharp it felt like a blade against her throat. Her eyes filled. Panic bloomed where arrogance once lived. She searched my face for rage, for pleading, for anything familiar, but I gave her nothing, only calm. That broke her more than shouting ever could. The following Friday, her friends gathered again. Same circle, same glasses of wine, but this time I was ready. She had begged me not to tell them, not to ruin her image, but her image was already ash in my hands. I stepped into the room with the same envelope, set it down in the center of their table. No words, just truth bleeding across glossy photos. They gasped. One muttered her name like a curse. Her face crumbled, horror replacing her staged bravado. "This isn't," she stammered. But her friends didn't laugh this time. Their eyes cut her down sharper than mine ever could. I stood calm, collected. "You wanted freedom," I said evenly. "Now everyone knows how you chased it." And I left her there, drowning not in staged laughter, but in real shame. The house is quieter now. Too quiet, some might say. But silence has become my ally. She texts sometimes, apologies that read like confessions, wrapped in regret. I don't respond because the truth is simple. She wanted an audience. She got one. But in the end, the performance was hers to endure, not mine. I gave her exactly what she asked for, freedom. And the final act belongs to me. I don't need applause, only distance. Her laughter ended the moment I stopped playing the fool. And in that silence, I finally heard my own freedom. There's a strange power in refusing to play your part in someone else's performance. The curtain falls, the stage clears, and for the first time you see the truth, not as an ending, but as your beginning. Freedom isn't loud. It's silent, steady, and yours alone.